Here come the Sox, the all-star center fielder, A.J. Hinch, managing this Tigers team. They don't score a ton. McKinstry, Green, and Bierling at the top.
And there's a look at Touki Toussaint, who's on for his 11th start this year.
By Toyota, McKinstry fouls off.
And hitters.
Good sinker. It's 0-2. He's taken a lot of walks. And this time he has to stay alive.
Let's check him. Lanine and Andrew in the infield. Corey Lee's got the plate tonight. We told you about Touki Toussaint. It's 77 humidity. We told you he uses that as his wipeout pitch, and that one had particularly good movement. What to work on is he's thrown 2 strikes in his first 3 pitches, only 53%.
Now in left, and he's right for a single.
Like that. Apparently so does Riley Green.
Now Matt Bierling. And the curve is too low. Came over in a trade from the. And he just got drilled.
Misses with the first one and then tries to run a fastball in.
Games played, hits, runs, doubles, homers, RBIs, you name it.
Hit 30 and drive in 100.
And he's battled some defensive issues here. Of
getting much better as he gets acclimated to what pitchers are trying to do with him. He's big, he's strong, and he just dominates.
2 on with 1 away. As Lee had to knock down that curve per game. 3.93. Touki starting against this team for the first time, but it was a relief appearance, and the sinker is inside, and he got the win.
This is what Ramon DeJesus saw, and he didn't swing.
47 in August. Salvaged the finale of that 4-game set. 1-1.
Tries to hit the ball in the air mostly.
And he gets it on the split.
2 strikeouts, 2 splitters, and
this is his 300th career game against the White Sox.
Right center.
And he takes a sinker for a strike. And he lines to straightaway left, and it's caught. And they leave him loaded. Kidd, Sosa, Colas, and Lee rounded out.
There's Eduardo Rodriguez on for his 20th. Not done much against him. Let's check out the D. Carpenter in the outfield, left to right. Bierling, Short, McKinstry, and Torkelson in the infield. Ball's not going to be overwhelming, and he does have a good straight change. And when the straight
working quickly, Tim second. McKinstry will let else. I don't think anyone wants to relive that. A little late on 92, and well,
and here he is in Detroit still.
Wanted to stay right to use it.
That's exactly right.
And some actually don't want to leave.
Well, sometimes also if you have, and then he will move on.
Benintendi draws the 1-out walk. And time for tonight's live lines presented by Points.
That's a good plan.
Good rip at a fastball, including tonight. The White Sox have walked 1. There's a roller that McKinstry will have to surround. Nicely done.
Important statistic for any pitcher, because the more guys you put on base per inning, the more runs you're going to get in there, and it's a run at least.
One and one on him.
Kind of interesting where Rudd had the mound. He believes that he can throw that cutter over the outside corner.
Swing and a miss on a changeup. Chris gets the.
Figure out the best date to do the announcement and everything that comes with it. We need you to be 40.
Yeah, the difference a day can make of a long journey that you talked about when you were introduced yesterday.
Well, you know, quite honestly, man, do we have some work to do, but I am ready to do it.
Have you put priorities on what comes first, what will come second? How are you going to do that?
Sure. There's a long-term vision left to play. So operationally, we've got, plenty to handle on a day-to-day. That'll help shape what, our off season, quite honestly. But there's so much that goes into a major league club, and I need to make sure the foundation is.
What kind of interaction did you have in Kansas City with Pedro?
I actually had him as a hitting coach. I wanted to help him out. So Pedro came in there, so our World Series there in 2015. So we've got some history together, and I think that
the managers show every day for radio. Report he has on your swing. Okay,
I prefer you.
Go into that one. More with Chris Getz coming up.
Hey, I wanted to get a message out, and certainly, what I'm about. Obviously, we've got a month left to play, and quite honestly, different directions, but it's important for this group to stay hungry and motivated and show us who want to be a part of this movement.
This is a little quiz. Bronson Arroyo, Jeremy Guthrie.
These are in the book, so to speak. Yeah,
by the way, these are the 3 home runs he hit in his career.
That's
just
right.
To get that out there.
I was going to ask you how big the book.
So the one off of Chris Medlin was in Atlanta, home run in. This is where I grew up. This is where I went to college. They actually put up there the last one, and it actually worked out.
I love that. So that leads me into my last question before Stoney jumps in.
It really is a minor miracle for someone to make to the major. But we also, I need them to understand what it means. And if you need to be taken care of, quite honestly, you're probably not going to last.
On radio, congratulations, Chris. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Chris Getz, everybody. Inning is brought to you by Hyundai.
Both innings, the fastest we've seen in quite some time.
Never mind the. Almost hit him on that splitter. Getting a lot of the playing time here since he came up. Don Dare did a lot of damage in that series. Nice job by Sosa on one hop.
Been there as a team, and the Orioles haven't.
Riley Green, and it will stay in the ballpark to move in as little as one business day. Visit rate.com to get started today.
Balls like that, but he caught it. It was effective.
One more thought on the Orioles. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do. If they leave him as a starter or they.
On the way to the postseason, but he throws so well that it was really a masterful performance for a young guy.
That was not a pretty swing. Beerling. Onions.
Pepperoncini.
Oh, I like it.
Don't forget that.
Feta cream sauce.
Oh, yeah.
We prefer you. The 0-2 to Colas is high on a change. And he strikes out Colas on a good slider. For
a few more of these. MVP. Does he win it or does Mookie win it? Because I think it's down to those two.
OPS. I'd say
for that.
Lee strikes out swinging.
3 straight 4 overall. He does have a walk, and that's the only base runner the Sox have had. There's the change.
Tim with 2 outs, swing and a miss. One last note on those two guys: 7 and 90 for Betts. So they don't strike out a lot and they walk a lot. 1-2 on Tim. 2 hit inside target by Rogers, and it leaked. With the finger signs, old school here, huh?
We've had so many problems.
So for you younger fans, what happens to catcher? So that is for different pitches. You might not be aware of that.
The first one he called a fast.
And it's inside for ball 4. Swinging strike on Benintendi. Well, they've walked twice, so that's a good sign.
I'd say Rodriguez would be pretty.
Against the White Sox.
He's got 5 home runs, 3 have come against left-hander.
And Tim.
Nope, probably going to go as a wild pitch.
And here comes in the throw by Nose will be in front of the plate.
And goes to cut him down at second. Benintendi to the back.
Benintendi. Little tap. And that will do it. It's 1-0 after 3.